Hey everybody, it's Beth from Yoga Bliss. I just wanted to pop in real quick with a little practice exploring how the movement and the position of the pelvis affects the movement and the position of the spine, since the spine sets into the bowl of the pelvis and grows out of the bowl of the pelvis. So let's hop on the mat. I'm going to use a blanket today for a little extra cushioning, and I'm going to use my blocks today for a little extra lift support away from the ground. So you're welcome to grab those things or blanket and a couple of books. So here we go. We're going to start in a little tabletop, hands and knees, quadruped position. So many names. But to the best that you're able, bring your hips right over your knees as wide as your hips. Separate your hands the distance of your shoulders, and see if you can bring your shoulders right over your wrist. Let your fingers spread evenly and just anchor the weight from the heel of your hand into your fingerprint. Give a little push of the earth away so you've got those strong, sturdy, engaged arms. And the next time you find your breath moving into an exhale, go ahead and curl your pelvis downward. So tilt your pelvis back so your tail curls down, and notice how that affects the shape and the movement of your spine, bringing it into flexion, cat pose. And then as you inhale, from the pelvis, tilt forward so your tail starts to move skyward, and notice how this brings the movement of a back bend through the whole length of your spine, right? Extending the spine. As you exhale, curl and round, and could you initiate the movement as part of our exploration today from the pelvis? And as you inhale, let's move into cow, letting the pelvis lead us. Let's do that again. And one more time. And then could you position your pelvis so that it is neither in cat nor cow, and let your spine find its way toward that neutral spine with its curves intact. And then climb your hands for a moment up onto your blocks or your books. Give yourself a little more space and push the ground away. And let's take your left leg out behind you and spin your left heel down. You can make a little kickstand with your right leg. Now keep rooting your right hand into the earth and slip your left hand onto your hip. And when you inhale from your pelvis, turn to the left. So you're lifting your pelvis over top your right thigh, and notice how your spine follows, and then turn your pelvis back down. Inhale, spiral your pelvis open to the left. Notice your spine following. And exhale, close it a little toward the ground. And one more time, turn your pelvis to the left and notice your spine follow. Good, take a breath in, push the earth away. Then as you exhale, turn your pelvis down, slide your hand onto your block again, pivot back to where you started, and step that left foot forward. Tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee. Again, a little push into your right hand, flip your left hand to your hip. And again, could you turn your pelvis to the left here and let your spine follow, creating this little twist this direction. Same direction, go ahead and come back to the center. But it might feel a little different with this leg now in front. Just notice if it changes the amount you're able to rotate through your pelvis and maybe even your spine. You're going to stay here for one breath. And then go ahead, turn everything back to the center. Return your hand, lower your right knee, bring your left knee back. Let's check it in on the other side. Little push of the ground away, outstretch your right leg, and spin your right heel to the ground, your toes facing forward. Pivot onto your left, pivot your left shin so it's like a little kickstand, and slip your hand onto your right hip. And as you inhale, turn your pelvis to the right, let your spine follow. and then turn your pelvis down again. And feel the rotation of your pelvis, how the spine follows the little rotation of your trunk over your standing arm, and turn it back down. And one more time. And then stay a breath here. Enjoy a breath in. Enjoy a breath out. Then turn your pelvis back down, your chest back down, your hands pivot around where you've got your back toes on the earth, and then step your right foot forward. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee. Find an inhale to find a little length, and take your right hand to your hip. With your exhale next, turn your pelvis to the right, find that rotation to the right, and breathe your way back to the center. Then could you let the pelvis initiate this movement and feel the ripple up through your spine? How the spine and the pelvis can work together, move harmoniously. One more time. And then we'll come back to the center. Return your hand, lower your back knee, bring your right knee back, and then ease your hips back toward child's pose. And even here, notice the moment your pelvis drops, almost tilting into like that cow shape, and how this, or excuse me, that cat shape, and how the spine moves into a gentle state of flexion. And take a couple of breaths. If child's pose isn't working and you're on the elbows and knees, notice your pelvis and how that affects your spine. Very different. Wherever you are, we're going to enjoy one more breath. And then wherever you are, come on up. So there you go, just a little movement practice just to explore how the pelvis and the spine work together, how the pelvis can influence the movement and the shape of the spine. Hope you all have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Oh, and if you like this video, you can give me a little thumbs up. You can write me a note in the comment section, and you can also subscribe to our YouTube page, our YouTube channel. All right, gang, have a great day. Bye-bye.